Mr. McIntyre, how concerning is Dak Prescott's injury?
Yeah, I guess I would go with not concerning at all. I mean, seriously, this is a hard knocks ploy for the Cowboys. Hey, guys, Hard Knocks is coming up. Get excited. Nobody watched the Rams and Chargers last year. But, man, the Cowboys are here, and Dak's hurt. He's coming off the gruesome injury. We got problems. No, we don't, okay? I'm more concerned about the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Did you guys see what happened last year? Second most injured offensive line in the league behind the Eagles. They had 9 different starters, 10 different starting lineups on the offensive line. Dak will have no chance if Tyron Smith can't stay healthy. And, oh, by the way, remember when Tyron Smith was the best left tackle in the league? Has not played a full season since 2015. If they can't get the offensive line right, Dak is not going to be right. LaVar Arrington, you know a lot about defense in the NFC East, okay? That Washington front seven is nasty. All right? We know the New York Giants front seven was shockingly good last year. The Eagles are rebuilding, but their front seven is good. If the Cowboys can't figure out the offensive line, I don't care about Dak's shoulder. I don't care about his ankle. They'll have no chance in the NFC East.
I have zero and absolutely no concern about his shoulder. Not because I'm not a Dallas fan, as people know this, as you can see the colors of where, well, you know. Anyway, the point is that just because he gets a bump or a bruise during the course of a practice does not now mean that Dak Prescott is injury prone. So I just would love to be able to, as someone who has played this game, to shut down maybe what could continue to grow as a unsettling narrative about one Dak Prescott. Yes, I am defending a Dallas Cowboy. I don't think that we need to start acting as though every single thing that Dak has happened to him is the end of the world. He said he had a little soreness in his shoulder. Okay, he didn't want to push it any further than he needs to. He may not play in the Hall of Fame game. Nobody really plays too much in that game anyway. It's a fluff game. You want to get out there. You want to get people feeling good about all of the people that got inducted into the Hall of Fame and not get anybody hurt. So at the least of your worries is that Dak Prescott is in danger of not being able to be healthy coming out of training camp. He's fine. If he wasn't fine, it'd be a much bigger story. There's no need to turn this one into something that it's not. It's a little soreness, and that's all it is, Rick.
I have greater concern for you two than I do Dak Prescott at this point because of what you just forwarded. So you're telling me, J-Mac, that Dak Prescott is faking an injury in order to make Hard Knocks more watchable or entertaining? Is that what we're like? This is just for Hard Knocks. That's why.
Did you go to law school?
That's why we have this muscle strain. It's to create a narrative to make that show more interesting, huh? And
it's
you,
not
LaVar, you bring up he's not injury prone. Hey, don't think he's injury prone. Like you wouldn't be thinking he might be injury prone. You wouldn't raise the question or try to tell people he's not injury prone if that thought hadn't occurred to you, because we now have him back and suddenly he has a muscle strain.
Wait, are you a Jedi,
I'm not worried
Rick?
about the...
Like, are you from Star Wars?
Yes.
Or did you just try to play a Jedi mind trick on us on live television?
I sometimes have been accused of that. It's true. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the thing. I'm not worried about the injury itself. Him coming back after missing a year and his shoulder, his throwing arm being sore is understandable. Although it is Dak Prescott and it is his throwing shoulder. So to just say, hey, no problem, we understand, that's a little too light. But the fact of the matter is he has missed a year and he does need every rep that he can get. We talked about this in terms of how much should he play in exhibition games. He needs to get acclimated. He needs to get back to being comfortable playing at game speed. And oh, by the way, that offensive line that you're talking about, J-Mac, that has to be so well aligned and dialed up, they happen to have a rookie center last year in Tyler Biadasz that Dak essentially has not played with. So the more time he can get working with Tyler, the better that collective offensive line is going to be. So my concern it's not so much that this injury is an indicator that He's injury prone. Obviously, LaVar has some thoughts that he wants to deny himself about that, but I'm not sharing that concern. It's more that I need him to be on the field as much as possible. And if this means that he's going to miss practices or he's going to miss snaps, then yes, it's a reason for concern.
On the field in September when it matters, not July. Rick, are we sure that Dak didn't injure his shoulder?
This is not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was the last segment. This is Dak Prescott, who did not play for a year.
Are we sure Dak didn't injure his shoulder carrying duffel bags of money when he got $40 million from Jerry Jones? I mean, we don't know how this injury happened because nobody's touching Dak at practice. Come on, man. He's fine. It's July, Rick. If you're worried about injuries in July or alleged injuries, then you're going to have every quarterback in the league to be worried about, okay? Joe Burrow's not getting touched in preseason.
I'm not worried about the injury.
Dak is going to be fine. I don't care that he didn't play much of last year. That was a gruesome injury. He's a pro. He's been around the block a couple times. Be more concerned about Mike McCarthy, okay? Because we know those Hard Knocks lights get a little bright. We've seen some coaches wilt.
I am.
Jerry Jones against McCarthy and Hard Knocks, that could get ugly. Worry about the new defensive coordinator. LaVar, you may know a thing about the new defensive coordinator. Cowboys have a lot of problems, or should I steal the rapper line? Cowboys have 99 problems. Dak Prescott, he ain't one of them.
Let me address Rick Kenobi real quick. Hey, listen here. I played in a Hall of Fame game, all right? And then, in fact, that was the first game we got to see Sean Taylor get unveiled to the world, and it was an experience. The starters played 2 series. 2 series. So the idea, this idea of you concluding that Dak needs the reps, he needs as many reps as he can get. If Dak was 100% healthy, Dak would probably play 1 to 2 series in this game at 100% healthy. Him having a shoulder or coming out of an injury year, you're not going to change that pattern. You're not going to be like, you know what? Dak needs to get as many game reps as he can get. So we're going to keep him out there for 3 to 4 to 3 series. Or, man, let's not say series. How about 2 quarters? You're not going to do that. And I'm going to tell you why, Rick. There's a guy on the other side of that ball that is trying to make the roster, that is not going to make the roster, that is out there, and you're not going to have Dak Prescott out there on that field when that person comes out there to play. You know why? Because he could possibly get unnecessarily injured by a guy that isn't even going to be in the National Football League by the end of preseason. It doesn't happen that way. It's not a valid point to use to say why you would be concerned about an arm injury that he sustained, a minor arm injury in practice. Rick Kenobi.
Okay, so he had his practice shortened yesterday.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's practicing today. And you're telling me that not having Dak Prescott practice with this team that's in this center that he's unfamiliar with, that's not a problem. Like, that's no reason for concern.
Problem's too
why
strong.
even have him practice at all? If we're worried about him re-injuring himself and getting hurt, let's just wait until the first regular season game
all
and let's turn the lights on and let's go. I mean, why risk anything? He might hurt the other shoulder.
Logic.
Like, how far are we going to take this?
That's sound logic.
I don't like to do the extremes.
What are we hanging?
Like, there's no gray area for.
They said they don't want Aaron Rodgers 2 years ago. It's done this year.
Come on, Rick.
Don't go back there.
Okay,
Don't go back there. That was last segment. Here's the thing.
Building a
the
case
Dallas
against
Cowboys season. I'm going to find something that we can agree on. The Dallas Cowboys season and their strength, the strength of this team, is their offense. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that fair?
As we know it right now.
That's why we're talking about them potentially.
That could
winning
change this year, though. But yes, for now,
okay,
yes.
But as of right now, where did they invest their money?
Oh, they invest. Well, their first draft pick was a very impressive defender from Penn State. Shots out, Stick City, baby.
What were those duffel bags that J-Mac was talking about? Who carried those in? Who does those belong to?
Yeah, that went to the quarterback. No doubt about that.
That's the guy you paid. That's
No
the
doubt.
guy who's supposed to make this offense elite.
No doubt.
And that guy, that catalyst of everything that you hope to do this season, on the first day of practice, strains his throwing shoulder. And you guys are like, oh, hey, what's the big deal? Like, who cares? Only everything that the Dallas Cowboys are counting on it was not able to finish practice yesterday, and we don't know if he's practicing today.
I mean,
I'm
it's
not
well
saying
put.
the
The way
injury
you stated
itself
it
is
well
an
put.
issue. I'm saying him not being available is.
It was well put.
6 weeks of the season, he'll be fine.